I just want to say thank you to all of my fellow coworkers who work so hard to adjust in these trying times of this COVID-19 pandemic environment. Everywhere you turn on the news, you hear about the pandemic, you hear about the coronavirus. I know we all get tired of it, but at the same time, in every single department, you have worked tirelessly to make sure that the citizens and residents of the town of Vienna have been served well. While no firm dates have been set, we are working very hard to determine strategies of how to reopen. I am working with the department directors and even some of your supervisors to determine how to get back to normal. And we know that normal may be really a long ways away, but we have to at some point begin the process of getting back into the work environment and also getting to a place where we can serve the residents in a way that is more face-to-face, although that might be different for a long period of time. The first step of that is asking you all to come back into your workspace who are teleworking. Now that's going to be something that's going to be communicated to you well in advance. It is important to me to let you know 14 days, a couple weeks in advance, so that you may have an opportunity to adjust and make arrangements to come back into the work environment. Now I understand that not everyone's going to be able to do that. We're going to have people who are going to be in a high risk category for contracting COVID-19. And so asking you all to come back in this work environment may not be something that may be practical. Or there may be some others who have childcare concerns who may not be able to work those out within 14 days. We're going to be very flexible as we begin to roll out a plan to bring employees back into their workspace here in the town. After that this determination is made and the decision is made, then we're going to have our employees back in the workspace as much as possible, and then we're going to have a gap in time from that moment until the moment where we allow residents to come in and customers to come in and work with you all directly and with me directly. When we bring you back into the workspace, we're going to have a number of adjustments that we're going to have to make sure that we're all working safely. So what that's going to mean is that as you come back and you're working with your coworkers, we need to first adjust to that, and that may mean face coverings, that may mean gloves, that may mean hand sanitizers, that may mean adjusting some of our workspaces so that you're 6 feet or 10 feet apart from one another. And once we get you here, then we're going to have to make that adjustment, and that's going to take a couple of weeks or so. And I really don't want to rush back bringing residents in and customers in to that environment while we're still making those adjustments. So then after we make those adjustments and know we're going to have to make some tweaks along the way, the next step would be to allow residents to come in and customers to come in without appointment. And so we'll make that determination after we've had some time to understand what the work environment looks like bringing people in. Even when we get to that point, we're going to have to work in a different way. We're going to have to adjust to making sure that we are aware of our surroundings. We need to wash our hands frequently. We need to make sure that we have proper face coverings. And there may be other adjustments that we may have to make. What's important to me is that you all have an opportunity to share with me any ideas that you may have that will make my decision-making process easier and more informed, to make sure that when I make these decisions, I'm taking into consideration how that may impact you and your lives. I'm hoping that by next Wednesday, May 13th, that you would be able to email me, write a letter, call, talk to your supervisor, however you want to communicate it. Make sure that you get information to me so I can work with the directors and the leaders of the town to make sure that the decisions that we make are made in a way that takes into consideration your health, safety, and well-being. Because if we're going to be able to serve our residents and customers, we first have to be able to serve ourselves and keep ourselves healthy as well. Thank you for taking time to listen to what I have to say here. Stay safe out there. I hope to see many of you very soon. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. Thanks a lot. Take care.